Hi, it's White Earth time. That's the wisdom you didn't ask for, but certainly can't lead without. So this one is for leaders who are frustrated with what they see in terms of a lack of ownership or performance on their team. And I deal with this one a lot. And I have to tell you, I don't think there's been a single situation in over 20 years when it's been quite as cut and dry as the leader thinks or imagines. Low performance and a lack of ownership on a team is often happening for reasons that are not identified and fully explored. So I want to share some of the most common. Number one is unclear standards of performance and expectation. People can only own a result that's clear to them, and they will underperform when expectations are unclear. Number two is a lack of context. So if you're a taskmaster who's too busy to explain the why of the work, then you can't create an environment where teams are seeing the bigger picture, making it hard for them to really fully own the end result. Number three, disempowerment. People who are being managed instead of being led, who are required simply to follow instructions, will never really feel safe to take initiative or ownership. Number four, lack of resources. This one happens when the expectations are simply unrealistic, often because managers are not listening to their teams about what it takes to get something done. Number five, poor leadership and role modeling. When employees see a culture of blame, avoidance of accountability, or low trust, then they realize quite rightly that it's not safe to take responsibility, and so they don't. And if you were paying attention, you will have noticed that all of those things I've just mentioned are actually leadership issues. If you are struggling with underperformance or a lack of ownership on your team, before you start blaming your team, take a look in the mirror. I can pretty much guarantee that you're responsible for at least half the problem. Some quick tips to fix or avoid these problems. Number one, give people clear expectations. That actually takes some time, so invest a little bit of time in that. Number two, ensure that they've got the resources that they need to succeed and help them if necessary. Number three, empower and enable them with the context for the work, the skills to do it, tools for the job, information, connections, and resources to get the job done. And then number four, hold them accountable for working together as a team, and that's key. And then remove obstacles and give feedback on an ongoing basis. As Benjamin Zander, the conductor, and Rosamund Zander say in their book, The Art of Possibility, who am I being that their eyes are not shining? Solving these issues starts with a good look in the mirror. That's this week's Wide Earth. You're welcome, and I'll see you next week.